Everybody just give Logan our undivided attention.
I've never heard you talk before.
Yeah, he
My name is
Well, he's not in
Logan,
your guys' class too, so.
and I did my project on school violence in the United States. Some background is I did this project because, especially in the past couple of years, school violence has got much more extreme and just very frequent. And it's really important that we have to change because it's getting worse and worse as the years go on. Some examples of physical violence are fighting, harassment, bullying, or extreme violence with like knives or shootings. My question is, how is physical violence in schools affecting the school environment? My hypothesis, due to physical violence in schools, it's making a lot of students afraid and uncomfortable. This can lead to things such as students not wanting to come to school, they can get lower test grades, and just overall they're not getting their full potential of learning. Also, it makes the school, again, just feel like an unsafe environment where they can't learn to their full potential. It causes panic for the staff and students, and it creates a bad reputation for the school. This is from a newspaper on Virginia Tech where the shooting happened, and so a lot of the students didn't want to go back. Some data in the United States about my topic since 2015. Some of the most important data I found was that 20% or 1 in 5 students were bullied or are being bullied. Since 2017, school violence has gone up by more than 65%. And lastly, schools with high exposure to violence scored 10% lower on both standardized reading and math tests. My analysis, some of the school violence is caused by those who are isolated or they have mental health issues. Others are they have peer pressure or they just want to fit in. Because of physical violence, attendance can become a problem, test scores and overall learning is becoming lessened. And lastly, school violence will continue to increase unless we decide to do something about it. Some possible solutions that I came up with and I researched was, one is school pride activities, because at King Intermediate we had a lot of like team competitions, and even though it's competitive, you know, you get to meet new people and build relationships, and then you can bond similarities. The next one is to not only have people to talk to, but also be a person that others can talk to as well, because whether it's an adult, a family member, or a friend, having someone to talk to about your problems is always really helpful. The next one is SEL, which is social and emotional learning. It's basically a movement that promotes social and emotional well-being, and also like responsibility, not having negative behavior, and overall just being a better person. One of the branches from this is from a mom whose son was a victim to a school shooting. And the last one is probably the easiest, but also the most effective, is to raise awareness to the problem, which is, just letting other people know about the problem, giving them information, because in order to create change for this huge issue, we need a lot of people who want to change with it. And my conclusion and overview is that school violence, and especially physical school violence, it's a very serious issue and shouldn't be taken lightly. It's going on a lot, and if we don't do something about it soon, then it's gonna keep going along higher and higher as the years go by. So the overview is, even though it seems like a lot, as we can all contribute to change, little by little, we can make positive effect in the amount of physical violence that's happening. And it's important for us to be able to change, because maybe in the end, someday we'll be able to completely eliminate school violence from schools. And it's time for change, and it all starts with us. Thank you, and this is my video. Any questions?
That's pretty fair. Anybody have any questions? Let me go back a couple slides. Okay. Sorry, can we go back to the one with all the data you had? Yeah, this one. I don't know, that's what that is. Do you think that some of the school violence percentage has gone up because there are more people reporting it?
I think partially it's that, but also it's just more people are contributing and just more people wanna do it.
Good question.
And why do you think more people wanna bully others? Was there, I think you had a slide on that.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is, of course, like the major ones, like some of the school shootings is they have mental health problems, but some of the more ones like fighting or bullying is just because they have peer pressure or they have like a reputation to be cool or just be at the top.
Is there a certain age group that you specifically looked at, or was this just
This
kids
is,
in general?
my data was from ages from middle school to high school.
Mr. Joe, can you speak a little bit, please?
What action you wanna take from now on?
I think the one that I can probably do is to just raise awareness because that's the most simple one, but that's the one that'll bring the most change.
And how do you bring awareness?
Just let other people know that it's happening because a lot of people just they don't see this happening around or they just don't really care about it. But in order for like a huge issue for this to change, a lot of people need to know about it.
I think one of the more harder things to do is to stand up against it and not just bring awareness, but like call it out when it's happening.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Okay, cool. Anybody else have any other questions? No? Okay, thank you.